The Million Student March, a nationwide movement of students calling for a new higher education entitlement, came to Madison this week.
The April 13th Million Student March is demanding tuition-free public college, cancellation of all student debt, a $15 minimum wage for all campus workers, and for all colleges and universities across the country to divest from private prisons.
While they didn't quite gather 1 million students, about 20 protesters took a list of demands to Chancellor Blank's office.
We need to unite and say, education is a human right. All right, and as part of that, we're going to go and we're going to march up Bascom Hill and deliver demands to Chancellor Becky Blank.
After marching up Bascom Hill, the group rallied around their speakers, who outlined more demands for the university, saying that they weren't happy with a recent increase to the minimum wage on campus.
UW administration recently announced its plan to raise the student minimum wage to $9 per hour. Who thinks that's fair?
No.
$9 is not enough for students.
Not enough.
We demand $15 an hour minimum wage, which is still not enough, but it's what we demand.
We demand free higher education for all. No more poverty wages. We demand at least 15 and a union for all. No more racist discrimination. We demand real affirmative action at all public universities, mandatory annual diversity training for students and staff, and no tolerance for acts of hatred or bigotry on campus.
One speaker, representing the Union for Grad Student Workers, had a long list of demands, from pay increases across the board to paid parental leave for grad students.
It's not enough. We still need an 11% pay raise just to get back to where we were salary-wise in 2002. So we're continuing to push for more. We need to be able to take time off to have kids and not worry about being able to afford to feed our kids. We need the university administration to institute a campus-wide paid leave policy for grad students. We stand for the principle of equal pay for equal work.
Yeah.
If my gender and women's studies TA puts in the same amount of time and effort as some research assistant in a biolab funded by Pfizer, she should be getting just the same compensation.
While the protesters' demands are specific, how they would pay for these new benefits was a little less clear. According to one estimate, so-called free college tuition would cost taxpayers $75 billion a year, an enormous amount for a country already $19 trillion in debt.
That's definitely a criticism that I've heard of left-wing politics, and I think that it's totally indefensible because we are pouring money into corporate welfare. There's so many things that we're spending money on that it's not helping the American worker, which is what we should be fighting for to begin with. And the fact that our money is being directed into the hands of the 1% just goes to show how broken our democracy is.
Others insisted that canceling the student debt would be easier than we think.
Well, I think that since these are just literally numbers on hard drives, little magnets that can be flipped, eliminating student loan debt is merely an act of altruism on the part of people who hold these debts.
For the MacIver Institute, I'm Ola Lisowski.